Okay, let's dive into financial modeling, a critical skill for any finance pro.
So what is a financial model? It sounds simple, but the answer is everything.
At its most basic, it's just a forecast of a company's future financials.
So why do we even do this? Well, these models are now the key tools for making decisions. From investments to operations, so many huge business decisions rely on these forecasts.
Okay, sounds simple enough, right? But here's where things can get messy.
The hard truth? Most financial models are a total mess. Some are just disasters.
And, when your tool is a mess, your decisions are probably going to be messy too.
So, what's the secret? A truly great model has to do two things perfectly.
It has to work flawlessly as a spreadsheet and as a powerful communication tool.
Electronically means anyone can open it, click on a cell, and it just makes sense.
And on paper, it has to tell a compelling story. It has to sell the idea.
So how do we get there? It all comes down to 6 key design principles.
Nail these 6 attributes and you're building a truly world-class financial model. First up, dynamic. You change one number and the entire model updates automatically.
Next, it's got to be flexible, so you can easily run different scenarios, like best or worst case.
Third, intuitive. The structure should just make sense. It needs to feel logical.
Transparency is a big one. You have to be able to trace where every single number comes from.
And yeah, it has to be printable. It's got to look good and be crystal clear on paper.
Now, if you get all those right, you achieve the highest goal of all, being transferable.
This means a colleague can open your file, get it, and confidently take ownership.
And here's the thing, this takes way more than just being an Excel wizard.
You've got to blend skills in Excel, design, accounting, operations, and of course, finance.
And you know what? It's usually poor design, not bad formulas, that makes a model fail.
Ever feel totally overwhelmed by a spreadsheet? Well, today we're making a plan for success before you start. So here's the thing. Models usually don't fail because they're complex. They fail because of bad planning. You know that feeling, right? Drowning in data with no idea where to even start a huge project. So what's the most important thing you can do? Just create a plan. It's literally your roadmap to success.
And a really effective plan? It just boils down to 3 simple but super powerful steps.
These 3 stages are your blueprint. They turn all that confusion into a clear, structured game plan. All right, let's jump into step 1. You gotta find the most critical assumptions in your whole model. So, what exactly is a key driver? It's a variable with tons of uncertainty that has a huge impact. Think about stuff like commodity prices or interest rates. These are things you'll definitely want to test out. And here's the secret. Most companies only have a few of these, maybe 2 to 6. Your job is to find them. Okay, on to step 2. You're gonna make a big list of all the data you have and what you need. But it's not just about listing data, right? It's about asking great questions to really get the business. You wanna ask how everything works, from revenue and costs all the way down to CapEx and debt. And for the final planning step, you're gonna sketch out your model before you even open the software. This idea says it all, really. You have to think about the absolute best way to present the information. First, figure out what sections you need. Then, put them in an order that actually makes sense. Okay, so let's recap how this simple plan totally sets you up for a win, right from the start. When you follow these 3 steps, you've got a clear roadmap before writing even one single formula. Stick to the plan, and you've got a much, much better shot at building something that actually works.
Okay, let's talk about a critical, often overlooked part of financial modeling, your tab structure.
Yeah, we've all been there. But the good news is you can totally avoid that chaos.
See, a messy model usually just means the builder didn't have a solid plan from the start. This is one of the very first and most important decisions you'll make when you're building.
Now, pros use 2 main approaches, and while both work, they have totally different trade-offs.
So let's meet our 2 competing styles, the vertical stack and the horizontal spread. First up, the vertical stack.
The idea here is super simple. Keep pretty much everything on one sheet. So what you get is a really short, clean tab list. Just a few core tabs. That's it.
Yeah, we're talking maybe just 4 or 5 tabs for the whole thing.
Okay, now for the horizontal spread. Its philosophy, a separate sheet for everything.
This makes the file much wider, because every single schedule gets its own dedicated tab.
Seriously, it's not weird to see 15, even 20 or more tabs in these models.
So, which one is actually better? Well, neither is wrong, but they have very different risk profiles. And listen, after looking at thousands of models, here's a powerful observation.
But why is that? It all comes down to one thing: how your formulas are linked.
With vertical models, links just go up or down the page. Horizontal, they're jumping all over the... And that right there is the key trade-off. Every cross-sheet link is another chance for an error.
But what if you want a little separation, but not a crazy number of tabs?
Well, that's where hybrid models come in. They're a great compromise, letting you group related stuff.
This works great for companies with multiple divisions. Each gets its own tab, then they're consolidated.
So look, this isn't about right or wrong. It's about being smart about managing risk and complexity.
Because this choice directly impacts how easy your model is to understand, audit, and trust.